Good afternoon, everyone. I'm delighted to be here as a speaker to share my insights on today's topic, enlightening the future sustainable design in the lighting industry. I would like to express my gratitude to Hong Kong TDC for the invitation, and thank you everyone presented today. Before I begin, I would like to briefly introduce myself. I'm Pete. I'm currently working as a head of lighting design, multidisciplinary consultant firm called Kundal. At Kundal, one of our vision is achieving net zero carbon for all our projects by 2030. In line with this vision, we strive to contribute to net zero carbon and sustainability in every lighting project we undertake. Okay, so today's topic is enlightening the future sustainable design in the lighting industry. To further explore this subject, it is important to understand what lighting design entails. So lighting design is a combination of art and science, which we aim to fulfill the needs of space, create a mood and visual interest, and also enhancing the overall experience as well. So what is sustainable lighting design? It's whether we wanted to achieve all these objectives. On top of that, whether we consider the energy efficiency, minimize the environmental impact, and promote human well-being. I can name around many of the approach that we can use for the project based on these factors. However, instead of discussing each method individually, I believe it's more important to share the key points which lighting designers should consider in their thought process to contribute to a sustainable future in every project. First thing is do not over-design. Often lighting designers tend to incorporate unnecessary design elements as to stand out their creativity, as to stand out their value in front of their clients, to stand out their design proposal. However, these elements often contradict the principles of sustainable design. So allow me to share an example from a residential project which is located at Exeter Street and which is developed by Swire and complete in 2022. Okay. Considering the residential nature of the building and its proximity to a quiet community, our design team adhered to the principle of less is more. We utilize minimal lighting elements to highlight the architectural feature of the podium, while incorporating residential unit lighting as a part of facade lighting. LED strip linear lighting fixture were incorporated into either the gas railing or skirting light in the balcony units to ensure sufficient illuminance level provided to the balcony. In the meantime, we avoid using downlight fixtures to appreciate the building without causing glare when the guests look up to the building from the street level. So to the schematic diagram, you can see here the render elevation provided by the architect. The reference picture on the right-hand side is the normal balcony lighting approach to try to place the downlight as a main light source for the balcony. But instead of that, we place the linear light incorporated in the gas railing or in the skirting. Try to play around with the light. In the meantime, we can light up as a part of feature of the facade lighting. So this is an example showing when we want to deliver sustainable design solution, we don't have to add extra design elements, which is unnecessary to the building nature. Second thing, get rid of the habit and explore the new alternative. Being a consultant, I believe terms like master spec, template, master library, this is familiar, right? Because we use something which you think is reliable, which you think you used that before and it was not bad from your past project. And then it's becoming a habit. However, sticking to the past method or product without taking risks sometimes is stopping you to a greatest contribution to sustainability. I'll tell you a little fun fact. The efficacy of LED has already been approved by 30% in just 2 years. Let me illustrate this point with a restaurant project and ICC tower in 101 floor. When we took on this project, the interior design scheme has pretty much finalized. And then when we took on the project, considering the rich elements of the interior design, including the decorative light fixture and also the project landscape, our design objective was to minimize the impact of architectural lighting while providing a sophisticated dining experience. By that time, most of the restaurants in the market were still using MR16 LED virtual fit as the mainland source for the space. But our design team boldly chose a lighting fixture of a size similar to a $1 coin as the primary lamp source. So by this picture, you can tell our design objective is sort of a shifted. Complete the project with a discrete lighting solution. And the project is a fine dining restaurant with around 3.5 meters headroom. So we use a smaller downlight, consider the daylight impact, the interior schemes, and then we consider also what is the experience we try to provide to the guests and to deliver the solutions. Another example we wanted to raise is another restaurant project we completed last year in Hong Kong as well, which is showcase our team embrace of new technology. In addition to using lighting to create immersive dining atmosphere in line with the interior design, we also employ user a Bluetooth dimmer system. This system requires less hardware components and less wire when compared to traditional standalone lighting control system. It also eliminates the need for the additional space for the lighting control system. The recommendation is recently proposed for some of our ongoing projects, such as a mixed-use development project in Macau. Even we use a new technology or system or products, which maybe somebody have never used before, as long as we carefully consider what is the pros and cons behind all that element, I believe we still can deliver the project in a good quality. As the photo you can tell. Lastly, lighting design can revitalize a space and add a long-term value to a project. As I mentioned, while there are many methods to achieve sustainable lighting design, I believe the most important aspect is to enhance the project overall value and contribute to its long-term sustainability. Allow me to share another case study of a fitness center in Central. The interior design concept was inspired by Mars. Our team used minimal functional downlight to accentuate the theme. Linear lights were used to highlight the vertical surface, to emphasize the design concept as well as the spatial hierarchy. By using a concealed linear LED to highlight the vertical surface, the reflection is leading to a result that we can use less luminaires as to save energy, as well as reduce glare and disturbance to the occupants. Lastly, I want to show you another example, which is a Western art driven Japanese restaurant and bar, which is also located in central Hong Kong. The interior space wants to create a dining experience centered around hidden space for art exploration. In addition to creating an immersive dining atmosphere for dining, our lighting design team studied the characteristic of resin materials and skillfully utilized the light to play with light and shadow and reflections. The slide I'm showing here is the rendering provided by the interior designer when I first took on the project. And then after the discussion and our study, we finally decided to add lighting as an extra element to add a final touch for the space. So in this project, we successfully add another extra layer to the space, which also matching with the storytelling that the design want to create. In conclusion, sustainable lighting design requires a holistic approach that considers energy efficiency, environmental impact, and human well-being. By avoiding over-design, exploring new alternatives, and revitalize space through lighting, we can contribute to the long-term sustainability of a project. I think that's all for our sharing today. Thank you very much.